fullback, and then the centers. Inside center is Shane Pico, who played wing in the first match, and Brendan McDonald at outside center, who played inside. And then the front row, or the forwards, are Leaf Williams, Chris Kellaway, Frankie Reyes, Lucas Zvitek, Sam Ness, who did not play on Friday, Rodrigo Magius, Abe Asante, and Connor Lenner.
So Iowa Central kicked off, and right away we had a knock-on by Claremont. That's probably just nerves. We got a beautiful day here. It's about 61 degrees, going to get warmer as the match goes on. Probably by the end of the match, it'll be 65 to 68 degrees here in Marietta, Georgia. We're going to get a look at our first scrum here, Matt, and watch Iowa Central operate. Good push there by Iowa Central. Scrum half picks it out. Watch this ball handling and running. Just the speed and pace is just so impressive. Look at that quick ball out of the ruck. Boom, boom, boom. There's a big forward running it now. Give you the name in a second. It's number 3. Look at that. Look how quick they get the ball out. It's just really amazing how quickly they can do that. If Claremont can challenge a little more in the ruck and maybe slow some things down, I think that's the only way to do it.
They're going to have to deal with that defensive line speed from Iowa Central all day long, and now that Iowa gets them, forces a turnover, not releasing, I believe.
Deep in their own territory, that's not good.
Solid, strong defense there. Number 13 took a little shot, but he seems to be okay at this point, and they're going to go for points here. And yesterday during warm-ups, they were hitting these place kicks from 40, 42, 45 meters out. It's different, though, when you're in game. You got to catch your breath, but it is early. But should be a great match.
Take points when you can get them, and you just never know. In a national championship match, you don't want to say, gosh, you don't want to look back and say, man, we should have kicked for points there. Head referee for today's match is Jim Rogers, and the ARs are Joe Burpo and Peter Chamberlain.
Matt Barker lining up the the penalty kick here. It's encouraging, right? Off the bat, Claremont colleges were under pressure, held their own, didn't give up that early try. May give up 3 points, but it's a small victory for both teams, really. Get points on the board, but prevent the try for Claremont.
Yeah, good point. And they showed some nerves early with that. And he slots it through for 3 with that early knock-on that gave up possession. And right away they were on their heels, and Iowa Central, took about 2 phases to operate inside the 22 of Claremont. But so Iowa Central takes early lead 3-0 with just 3.5 minutes gone in this national championship match. So when the big centers for Iowa Central get in space, they are deadly.
Very much so. Ani Matata, Sophie, and Mefta.
And we saw on the opening kickoff on Friday's semifinals, they took it straight in, almost untouched.
It's going to be a knock-on by Claremont Colleges. It's going to be a scrum to Iowa Central. See what they choose here, how Iowa Central chooses to attack. If they want to go early field position, maybe kick it ahead, or if they want to test the defense out a little bit in the isolation one-on-one kind of defense in the back line. Let's see what they do here. I saw them practicing quite a few different moves here, so they've got a lot of ways, misdirection moves in the back line. Got to win the scrum, of course, first.
Felton sets it in. Good push. 8 pulls it out the back, and they're going to go through the back. So we're going to see here. Watch them operate. Loop around. There's Barker.
3-on-1.
Caught from behind by Claremont, but look how quickly they get the ball moving again. They just
well coached.
Yep.
Everybody's in the right place at the right time. Good up defense there. Good take the space away by
Good launch by
Claremont.
Claremont. They're spread, though. They got numbers out here, does Iowa Central. One thing we noticed on Friday in the semifinals was Claremont did not miss many tackles, and that was something that I think plagued Loyola early in that match was all the missed tackles.
Very patient play here from Iowa Central.
So far, I've been impressed with the defense and the tackling of Claremont. They seem equal to the task, but as we know how quickly it can change, and look at that. They've earned a turnover. They've earned the penalty.
Yes, very nice turnover there from the colleges of Claremont. They had Isaiah Feliuca isolated, were able to poach the ball. He didn't release it, so penalty.
So Brendan McDonald kicks for territory into touch, where Claremont will have a line out just about 30 meters out from the try line. It's been a while since Iowa Central has been behind on the scoreboard. It'll be interesting to see how they respond if Claremont is able to get some things going here. Nice skip pass to the wing, but a big hit. And Claremont does maintain possession. McDonald again. Good work here. Going short side. Able to stay in bounds is Weisenfels. Inside the 22 now for Claremont. Good clear out by Claremont forward in the ruck. Oh, and a knock on. Little nerves there for Matty Grundling.
He's got a little ahead of himself, tried to pass the ball before he had secured the catch. But encouraging series there from Claremont Colleges. Good possession, good violent running, good angles. Iowa Central weathered that storm, and now see if they run it or clear it. They're outside the 22, so a clearance would be tough.
Referee doesn't like it. We're going to reset. Iowa Central does have a fairly large scrum pack. Just on the eyeball test, seems like they should have the advantage, but Claremont's got very good technique. You see them holding their own here. And a missed pass goes backwards, so Iowa Central still got it. And this open play like this, when it's not settled, is can hurt the defenses when you're playing against Iowa Central because they got so many weapons. All right, so a clearance kick, bounced a couple times. Looks like Iowa Central has earned the turnover they have, and they could be off to the races. This is Mike Wilden, and he's going to find the try zone in between the sticks. Well, the clearance kick was fielded by Jeremy Seau, and he had no support. He had to basically dive on it. Iowa Central was right there to counter, to steal it. And then quick ball out to the wing, and Wilden did the rest with his feet.
Yeah, and Iowa Central, uncharacteristic mistakes deep in their territory with the errant pass and then a little bit trying too much too early, didn't catch the ball, started running first by Ani Matata. But those kind of mistakes, you've got to jump on them if you're the Claremont Colleges. It was a huge opportunity missed, but then Iowa Central he made up for his mistake. Ani did the drop ball, was able to poach the ball.
The conversion is good. Iowa Central now up 10-0 with about just under 31 minutes to play in the first half. This is the national championship match. That was Barker with the conversion. So here we are back in play. Deep high kick. Whoa! Nice tackle by Weisenfels. Causes Iowa Central to spill it. Clearance kick. Fielded by the scrum half. And Claremont looks to go the other way with a cross-field kick. Not sure I agree with giving up possession that soon.
I'm not sure anybody actually got onside. That's a high tackle there, potentially. No.
No call. Boy, they recycle that ball quick. Good defense.
They're not quite settled yet, either team. They're still a little bit rushed, but two-day event, they're getting used to it.
You see, on Friday we didn't see, I don't remember a single pass from Iowa Central that wasn't right on, and they just look rusty. I mean, you see right there, Barker trying to do a fake and then a little grubber kick, and he just completely whiffed it. They look rusty.
Yeah, dropped that one for sure.
So I guess because he missed it, it became a knock-on after the ball went into touch.
Correct.
It was appearing it was going to be, teams were lined up like it was going to be a line-out, but no, it was actually a knock-on, so we're going to have a scrum right in front of, below our tower here. You're going to see the technique of both teams. See if we can hear a cadence. You hear it. Tells you the unit is in sync. Great quick ball. Nice. Claremont College just finds a gap. Shane Pico with a strong run there. Yeah, Bobby Chu is doing a good job at scrum half. I think he was playing wing on Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
See how they react without their scrum half.
Good clear out by Connor Lehner of Claremont Colleges in the breakdown. Got to say, I'm impressed with Claremont so far. Good patient phases here. Good work in the breakdown. Nice discipline. Well, just I say that was a knock-on. I think it was one of the locks was trying to do a pick and go. I think it was Lucas Svitek was trying to do a pick and go, and he just dropped it.
So you see Claremont Colleges a little bit different than Friday, where they're doing a lot more pick and goes now and basically playing keep away, trying to shorten this game as much as possible, minimize the lack of opportunities and possessions for ICCC. Again, difficult, exhausting game to play, but it's the way you got to play this Iowa Central team.
Not to make too fine a point about the weather, but Iowa is a cold weather team. Not used to playing this. It's not that it's that hot to the average person, but if it's 30, 40 degrees hotter than you're used to playing in, it can become a factor, particularly in the second day of a championship weekend. Whereas the Claremont Colleges, Southern California, maybe it's not that big a change.
So it was an offsides there by Iowa Central. They needed to maintain that 5-meter gap between the back of the scrum and then before you can actually move forward. And he came inside that line, so it's an offsides.
So wise choice by Claremont to kick for points here. Let's put 3 on, get back in this match. 26 and a half minutes to go here. This is Grunling attempting the three-pointer. It's up, and it is good. Claremont College is on the board with 3.
And for all of the points that Iowa Central can put up, they did give up 30-plus points on Friday, so you can score on this team. The formula is to play keep away with pick and goes, get your points when you can, so that 3 points is huge. Limit their possessions. So far, so good for the Claremont Colleges.
High deep kick, fielded by Pico. Nice strong run there, ran over one. Took another couple Iowa Central players to bring him down. They're going to recycle this. We saw good patient phases on their last possession. They're going to release it, and Grunling with a clearance kick, but it's going to be fielded cleanly by Iowa Central, and they're on the run this way. Kicking it back across, but all the Iowa Central players had to get back on sides. So the exchange of kicks And we're right back where we started, but now Iowa Central has stolen it. Look at those missed passes. We did not see those on Friday.
We didn't see them, and we also didn't see this communication errors.
Yeah.
It might be nerves. This is a championship game.
There's a nice square off there between Ben Nefta and Connor Lehner. Two big boys challenge each other. Look like a couple Rams going at it. Boom, boom.
Nathan Eplett and his mullet.
You say he's trying to bring the mullet back?
He did.
That thing is sweet. I love it. Nice low tackle by Claremont defense. Grubber kick. And we're coming back to.
No advantage gain there, so he's coming back to the earlier offsides. It'll be a penalty for Iowa.
Right at the 22-meter line. They're going to go for points here. Tough angle, but makeable. Players are going back, yeah, like he is going for points. Yeah, here comes the tee. So 24 minutes to play. Iowa Central with a 10-3 lead over Claremont Colleges. Looking to add to it with 3 points. Matty Barker.
And you mentioned the temperature out here, which is a beautiful day, and it's not may or may not be a factor with cramps and stuff like that. But also, it's not so hot to where the level of play that both of these teams have to play on offense and defense, they're not going to quite sweat out all that stuff as quickly as they would if it was hot. And by stuff, I mean energy, because it's going to take a lot of energy to keep this defensive effort up.
Absolutely.
By both teams.
So the kick is missed. Barker pulls it left. So we're going to have a 22-meter drop. And Bobby Chewy is going to, no. It is going to be Grundling who puts us back into play. Low kick. A misstep there. Fielded by Goddard.
Got a lot of field to work with.
I like the launch I'm seeing from the defense as well. Iowa Central had a lot of time and space to make passes on Friday. They're not having it now because of this great defensive effort. Look at that big hit. I think that was Chewy taking down the loose head prop. But here we go. Here's the speed that we talked about. Now chip kick.
It's going to be a 5-meter scrum to Iowa Central.
Well, Grundling's his momentum, he was on the chase, took him into the zone. And so Iowa Central, as you mentioned, will have a 5-meter scrum. Looking to add to their 10-3 lead.
They have about 5 meters to work with on the blind side. So an 8 pick is an option here.
You also got Leopold kind of unmarked over here. You see it. There's no one lined up against him. I think we'll see if the scrum half recognizes it.
You can also see the formation with Ani Matata in front of the fly half for Iowa. Tells me that it could be direct to him. And they're just going to try to drive it right in.
Claremont pushing back. They do go strong side. Mateto taken down inside the 5. Nice face, skip pass, and there's no one out there. So it's going to be dotted down by Nathan Eplett. 5 more points for Iowa Central.
So because of Ani Matata and his getting that first receiver from the scrum, it pulled in the 10 and the 12 as well as the 7 on that one tackle. And they did well to stop him. I mean, he's not an easy guy to stop, but it opened up and you saw all the green in front of Eplett and either Wilden or Leopold on the outside. I believe it was Wilden out there. So it's not an easy pass to make from Barker, but he got it over the defenders for a relatively easy score.
Conversion attempt from the same area where the attempted penalty earlier. This time he puts it through for 2 more. So 17-3 is your score, Iowa Central, as we have reached the 20-minute mark of the first half. This is the 2018 NSCRO Champions Cup National Championship Finals.
They just don't let the pressure up. Iowa Central Community College. They put you under pressure at every phase of the game. Doesn't matter where they are on the field. They kick for purpose, they're running for purpose, and they support really, really well.
You mentioned the amount of energy it takes to keep up that defensive effort. Be interested to see how long they can do that.
Our first sub, Max Sickinger, is brought on. I'm not sure who went off yet.
So Iowa Central kicks it to relieve some pressure. Chewy with it now. Kicks it cross field. Picked up by Clayton Goddard, and he's off to the races. Sorry, that's not Clayton Goddard. That's Isaiah Faliuka.
Faliuka did not start yesterday, but got the nod today, and a big run by him.
Here's Victor Wong with a big hit. He's still on his feet. Tough to bring down. Recycle quickly. Skip pass, but they weren't ready for it. We mentioned the communication. This was not an issue on Friday. It seems to be today. Hasn't hurt them yet in terms of they're still winning 17-3, but they could have a lot more. It's a long time to be on defense.
Really patient, know what they're doing. Their scrum half was in, immediately said pick and go, so now they're going to reset the offense, see what they work with here on attack.
Mitch Coleman-Hardy with the last run. Series of pick and goes here. Trying to suck more and more defenders in for Claremont. They have to commit more and more to it. And then look for them to exploit the space out here. Look how much green space is in front of. Here we go. Good defense. Nice tackle there by Lucas Svitek. Claremont is not letting Iowa get uncorked like they did on Friday. Wong with it again, offloads to Faliuka. And Faliuka finds Mike Wildren, who gets awfully close. Wong with a pick and go. Coleman-Hardy bowls his way over. And he dots down for 5 more. Iowa Central now out to a 22-3 lead.
So right now, the Iowa Central has a bit of an issue with their 9-10 connection. 9 is a little bit erratic. I don't know if that's nerves or what, but Richard Felton, when he settles down and those get more accurate, it's going to increase their speed of play. Right now, that connection is slowing down the offense a little bit.
So I think we got a new kicker for Iowa Central. No, we don't. It's still Barker. My apologies. He puts it through for 2 more. 24-3 is your score. Still a lot of spring in Claremont's step as they're making their way up to half field. They're trying to stay positive. They've been on defense for about 12 minutes now straight. I think they need to get some possession, get some offense going.
And it's just, as I mentioned earlier, so exhausting to play that defensive style, but you have to do it against this team for 80 minutes. And then couple that with the offense you need to play, the keep-away offense. It just makes everything that much more hard and difficult.
So they did control the kick. Strong run by Connor Lehner. And we've got a high tackle called. You go for points here?
No. You need tries, I think.
They are electing to go for points.
We haven't seen the line out in an opportunity now. I think I would have tried to kick it down, advance some territory, and test the line-out structures. But points are good too. I mean, 3 points are 3 points. And I know I'm contradicting myself from Friday, whereas I always go for points. But this early in the game against this high-powered in offense, I would try to get 5.
Yeah, if it was still 7-3, I'd say, yeah, okay, let's go for points. But 24-3, I think you need 5 plus 2 for this trip inside their half.
That said, it also gives them a break. They've been playing defense, as you mentioned, for a long time, so this gives them an opportunity, everybody catch their breath a little bit.
So Grundling puts it through. 24-6 is your score. 14 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Well, I think we saw 60 points in the first half on Friday from Iowa Central. So far, only 24 today. Credit to Claremont. So if Claremont can control this kick, they'll be on offense again. Try to swing the momentum in their favor. Fielded cleanly by Svitek.
Good line speed there again.
Chris Kellaway, the carrier. They're going to kick for territory. High cross field. Chase is on. Fielded by Leopold and immediately taken down.
Well defended, but
Matt
able to
Sickinger,
get the
good work by him. Nice tackle from behind by Shane Pico.
Sophie Ben Mafta on the carry there.
Nathan Eplett for Iowa Central. Nice tackle by Leif Williams of Claremont College, getting nice and low on Coleman Hardy. Here they go, coming out this way. Sticking with their forwards.
The scrum half passes are becoming more accurate here on this series.
Yep, you're exactly right. Still a little bit behind, but getting better. Well, miscommunication there, and we're going to have a knock-on.
I think we're coming back to a high tackle penalty on the opposite side. No advantage was gained, and it didn't gain a tactical or territorial advantage, so it'll come back to the high tackle penalty. Claremont colleges are doing well to force ICCC to work through phases. It's not their one-up tackling is strong. So Iowa just chooses to go with the line-out option here. I believe this will be our first line-out of the match.
I think you're right. Barker kicks to touch after the penalty, the delayed high tackle call, and they're going to have a 5-meter line-out is Iowa Central.
They've got a lot of options here. They can bring it down and drive. They can peel someone front towards the thrower or the back. A lot of different options and ideas.
Well, almost uncontested. They looked like they were going to set up the ball, but it was a feint, actually.
Saw them practicing that move where they bring the ball down. Everybody sets like they're going to maul. And it probably is an option play to maul depending on what they do or if that channel opens up. Popped it out to the, I believe it was Mitch Coleman Hardy with the try on the outside.
So this is going to be a difficult conversion all the way on the far touchline.
So what this does,
so far,
Craig, is now as the score grows and the gap grows, it's nearly impossible to run the keep away game. You've got to start opening it up. What that does to Iowa Central, or for Iowa Central, it gives them the opportunity to really open up and attack in different ways and force errors. And then that's really where they pounce. They make teams pay for a knock-on. They take advantage of the advantage.
And the conversion is good from a very difficult angle. 31-6 is your score as we're just just over 10 minutes to play in the first half of this national championship match. Well, Claremont a little slower up to midfield. I think halftime can't come too soon for them, but they'd like to get some more points before that.
Well, that's the catch-22, right? You want to keep them to force them to run their phases, but you got to defend all those phases.
Kick fielded by Ben Mefta. And here Iowa Central goes. Drop ball did not hurt them. Felton with the carry there. Box kick by Barker. Fielded by Weisenfels. And he kicks it back. And the chase is on. Fielded by Epplett. Oof. Stiff arm to Grundling. And crossfield kick. Interesting choice here. Looked like the Iowa Central players were not ready for that. Communication has definitely been lacking. They were sort of surprised the kick came. Whereas on Friday they were ready for it and they were running before the kick happened.
Everything increases here. The defensive speed, offensive speed. You're in the championship match of a national event. Both teams are very good.
Connor Lehner sidesteps one tackler, gets some more meters. This is Asante. Nice slow ruck there. Oh, unfortunately.
So what he did there was he sealed the ball in, so he can't. You can touch the ground, the person on the ground. You just can't anchor yourself to him with your shoulders.
So that was the penalty, I believe that was Bobby Chewy. He was trying to get extra low, scrum half, forming a one-man ruck.
I think if there was a...
he was going up against Victor Wong. Probably got 100 pounds on him.
I think if there was a tailwind, they would have gone from points there, but the wind is a little bit in their face right now.
They kick for touch instead. They will have a line out about 30 meters out. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Iowa Central leading at 31-6. Well, Claremont challenged better there, and the ball went backwards. Can't say it was a clean take. There was a fake there. I think we had a crossing. Yeah, we've got interference. Looked like it was at Finn and Faliuka. They miscommunicated there. Ended up bumping into each other, and so got an interference call. Brendan McDonald kicks for touch, and looks like Claremont's going to have a line out just about 3-4 meters into Iowa Central territory.
Ball bounced around a bit in that line out, but it was won and well taken by Claremont College's. Ref takes a small tumble, and we're back to the open play.
Asante couldn't handle the ball. That's the whistle, but I think we're going back to an earlier penalty.
Was knocked on in the line out initially by ICCC, so there'll be a scrum to Claremont College's.
6.5 minutes in the first half.
Their line out seems to be an effective attack platform for Claremont. They've really done well limiting possession to Iowa Central.
Trying to starve them of that, and I mean, don't get us wrong. Iowa Central still got 31 points,
right?
But they don't look quite as clean as they did on Friday.
Yeah, they're making the most of their possessions, but they're just not having a ton of them.
Yeah. Skip pass. Here's Sickinger with a nice run. Good territory gained. Grundling with it. Finds his flanker. That's Rodrigo Mejias. Good patient phases here by Claremont. I think we have an intentional knock-on. Yes, we are. Jabari Leopold's one thing to try to intercept it and drop it. He just swatted it down. That's going to be intentional. So Grunling is going to kick it deep into the 22, where Claremont's going to have a lineout, probably about 10 meters out.
Yeah, and they've had some success with their lineouts, so let's see what they do here. I do like they're making their call about 10 meters from the lineout. When they get to the line, they execute and go. So they're not giving a lot of time for the other team to read what they're trying to do.
I thought the kick for touch was deeper. It was not, so it's about a 20-meter lineout. You mentioned it was a nice platform for them. We'll see how they handle this. Well done by ICCC. Dangerous pass there.
Long pass.
Long pass, but look at the space they've got, and that's the speed. This is where they are so dangerous. This is Ben Mefta, and he finds support. Tell you what, those centers and the wings, they look like they're playing sevens when they get that space.
Look at the numbers out here. All these blue jerseys, they're going to have opportunity if they can secure this ball. Remember, this started with a very long pass, and they chip kick ahead.
And we've got a penalty.
No, it's knock on, I believe.
Oh, sorry. Heard the whistle right after a player was tackled. He did not have the ball. I thought that's what they were calling. But no, you're right. They're come back to the knock on after that chip kick. Bobby Chewy could not corral it and knocked it on.
It was a dangerous pass in their try zone. It was probably a 15-meter pass, but just got to the hands of Ani Matata, and he's able to set up the outside. Right now, Mike Wilden is having a big game. He scored a couple tries, and he not an easy player to take down for sure.
Good scrum by Claremont. Nice and even. Actually pushed Iowa Central back a little bit.
Gaps are there.
You just mentioned it's Wildren again.
Yeah, very interesting there. They brought in the blindside Wildren, dummied the two centers, which you have to spend a lot of attention to or pay attention to because they're so strong and running. And you just saw the middle of the field open up. When those centers took the inside centers, Blind Wing was able to hit that gap at pace. It's one thing to see it. It's another thing to execute it. And Iowa Central is well-trained, well-coached, and execute at a high level.
Wilden did a great job. Just let the play develop. As you mentioned, the defense was committing so many people to Mateto and Ben Mefta. And you have to do that because you have to respect them, but you always have to remember the ball carrier. So the kick is good. It is 38-6 with 2 minutes to play in the first half.
I want to just say that both of these coaches made it a point to say how grateful they are for their assistants. I don't know all of their names, but these programs don't get to this level without great organization and leadership from the head coach, but also all the time, energy, hours, money sometimes that assistant coaches put into it. So congratulations to not just the players making this event, but coaches and assistant coaches. And to that fact, school administration for the support given to all these programs.
You're exactly right. And the sport of rugby needs more programs on both the men's and women's side to help grow it. And, most of the growth in rugby is at the small college level.
There's a lot of opportunity for small colleges, so I encourage you, if you are a student at a small college or if you're at a community college, go to NSCRO.org, find out how you can become a member.
So Claremont back to work. We are under a minute to go. They had some patient phases going, then a kick was deflected and went up in the air, and they maintain possession again. They get over midway. They get over halfway field.
It just takes so much time and so much energy, and you're down by 32 points, and at some point you're just not going to be able to play this tight game.
Nice strong run again.
Vanya Sturm did his best to hold him up and create that turnover, but just not able to.
Crossfield kick fielded by Leopold, and here's Epplett. And he tries to kick it forward, but he miskicked it, and it goes out into touch right at midfield where we're going to have a line out.
He shifted it up on us. He's got the mullet rocking, but he went mohawk mullet today. It's a tough look to carry off.
The mohawk it?
The mohawk it. But if
actually, because he was outside the 22, his kick, because it went straight out, he had to, we go back to the spot of the kick where Claremont will have a line out. The clock on the field has reached triple zeros. Referee has the official time, but this is likely the last possession. Goes over everybody, but there was Frankie Reyes to bring it down for Claremont, and he's still going. Nice drive there. Claremont's got set up either way.
Zach Heffernan on the take.
They're going to go to their backs, a strong side.
Nice shifty running there.
That was by Grundling. Strong run by Mejias. Oh, low pass was knocked on, but we play on because Iowa Central has it. And, oh, this could be trouble. There we go. It's Wilden again.
Could be his fourth, I think, on the day, and that's what they do to you. They take advantage of your mistakes.
Set up once again by Ben Mefta. He had the wheels, and then he drew in two defenders, dumped it off to Wilden, who did the rest. 43-6. And this will, after the conversion, will likely have the halftime whistle.
Mike Wilden, you know, one of the hardest things to do is finish in this game, and he's finished every opportunities he's gotten. Ben Mafta, Matata, they're setting him up, and he's giving them the trust and faith in him that I can support your work. Stretches the lead right before halftime to substantial lead, but I guarantee you they're going to come out in the second half. They're not going to not come play, and they're going to come out and be ready to go.
And the conversion is good. There's the halftime whistle. Your score is Iowa Central 45 and Claremont College's 6. NSCRO would like to thank its sponsors for bringing you today's matches. What does life insurance have to do with rugby? With solid preparation, coaching, and fitness, Penn Mutual can help you tackle the financial opportunities and challenges life throws at you in the same way you face them on the pitch. As one of the oldest and fastest growing life insurance companies in America, we're here to be your teammate and support you along your journey in life. Learn how Penn Mutual can help you live life with confidence by visiting pennmutual.com/rugby. Penn Mutual, your game plan for insuring life. Rhino Rugby is the official NSCRO equipment and ball supplier. NSCRO thanks Rhino Rugby for their support of small college rugby by providing the Rhino Vortex Elite Match Ball and referee jerseys. To outfit your team with equipment, apparel, and balls that facilitate improved performance, go to rhinorugby.com. Impact Mouthguards provides custom-fit dental-grade mouthguards direct from the lab that produce guards for many dentists throughout the United States. Impact Mouthguards are crafted with BPA-free dental-grade materials. For more information, go to impactmouthguards.com. Go Play Sports Tours, a division of ACIS, is a travel partner of NSCRO. Go Play offers the world's best international training programs that combine the thrill of playing at the highest level with rugby cultural exchange programs for all levels. For more information, go to acis.com/goplay/rugby. Take your team to new places. Philadelphia University and Thomas Jefferson University have integrated to create one visionary institution, Jefferson. Jefferson offers athletic training education as an expedited 5-year bachelor/master's health science and athletic training program. For more information, go to eastfalls.jefferson.edu/athletic training. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the second half shortly. Welcome back to the Lupo Family Field on the campus of Life University, site of the 2018 NSCRO Champions Cup. This is the championship final match, national championship between Iowa Central Community College and the Claremont Colleges of California. It was all Iowa Central in the first half. They wore down their opponents. Tough to play defense for so many minutes in a row, and that's why we have the scoreline we do, which is 45-6. What did you see, Matt?
Well, I saw a lot of huge effort from the Claremont colleges, particularly on defense. They really worked hard and did a very good job, regardless of the scored line. They made their one-up tackles. It's not an easy team to tackle. They're hard, aggressive runners, and it kind of took it out of them. Hopefully this 10 or 15-minute halftime break helped them. But one thing they can't do, everything is ball in hand. No more kicks, no matter where you're on the field. When Claremont colleges get the ball, they can't kick it. For Iowa Central, keep on doing what you're doing. Maybe feed the centers a little bit more. They didn't have a lot of work in the first half, and that may be by design. So keep an eye out for the centers.
Took 3 to bring down Ben Mefta there. There's Eplet. And we got entering the ruck from the side. Penalty against Iowa Central. Ben Mefta dinged for that. Well, you know, we would have thought after playing all that defense and being tired, you would take all 10 minutes at halftime. Both these teams are ready to go after about 7 minutes, waiting for the referees to get back on the pitch. So McDonald kicks for touch just outside the 22, where Claremont will have a line out.
There we go. They didn't wait around. They got there and did it.
Great job by Kellaway, and of course being in good communication with his line out pack.
Good cover
inside the
defense.
22.
Good cover defense there from Iowa Central.
Pick and go. That's Mejias, and he's still going. Good work. Low pass. Asante could not handle it. He knocks it on. Iowa Central's going to survive.
Just those little mistakes, and we saw them really make a small error down at the end of the first half with a little knock-on taken the other way. Down here, and it's hard, right? I understand that. It's tiring and exhausting, but you got to keep your head and you got to do the fundamental things correctly. Like in that instance, the scrum half stood up, so the ball went torpedo to the ground. Very hard to field that.
Felton sets it in for Iowa Central. Good even scrum. Box kick. Fielded by Grundling. Sidesteps one. Iowa Central trying to hold him up. They're driving him back and probably going to drive him in a touch. They do. Great job by the defense. Looked like they were going to take it quickly. They decided not to. They're going to set up for a traditional line out.
Richard Felton was calling for that quick ball. No need at this point. Just get back into the system.
Vic Wong to take the throw for Iowa Central.
They do need to clean some things up. Good defensive line speed in the back line. Just a couple missed tackles.
Elliott Finn with a strong run.
No, it's going to be a penalty. Did not release the ball. When you're tackled, you got to release the ball. You can't hold on to it. Referee wasn't held on the ground, but he was tackled, so therefore you got to release it.
McDonald to kick for touch again. Almost the exact same spot, just outside the 22, where Claremont will go to work again. I think they need to come away with some points here. They need to get some belief back.
Little shoe repair going on.
Taken quickly and short. Trying to release their backs. Missed pass. Asante being driven back. And it looks like Iowa Central has counter-rucked. They have. They've stolen it.
And they now have advantage.
Box kick was blocked. So that'll be a knock-on.
That was wide open. If Richard Felton was able to get that box kick off, there was no coverage back there. It was good effort from that frontline defense to knock that ball down. Not much action from Iowa Central early in the second half. They haven't had too much possession, but they've gotten quite a few penalties. Been in their half the entire half thus far.
Yeah, one good run by Finn was derailed by a penalty for not releasing the ball, and Claremont had it again. So 6.5 minutes gone in the second half. Iowa Central still leads at 45-6, and they're going to work with their. Oh, here we go. Here's Mateto, offloads to Finn. To Wilden. And they're going to work again. Getting close. Goddard with the carry. Looks the scrum half is calling us forwards. They're going to do some pick and goes here. They're getting good go forward each time. They're gaining a meter on every phase. Talk about how tiring it is to play defense, especially against these big forwards. The forward pack of Iowa Central. Good, strong runners. Nathan Heath.
Goddard. Smallest second row in the field. And the wide
pass
open.
Way out. And they find Ani Mateto. And he is in for 5 more. Well, that's what they do. They suck you in, then they've got the skill to get a quick pass, about a 30-yard pass right in the hands of Mateto.
That's it, Craig.
Down the corner.
Great point. And, that started deep in Iowa Central's territory on a backline move, basically kind of a dummy switch, and then back in, opened up the gap. But Claremont Colleges, we've seen Iowa Central take that to the house every time. Claremont Colleges did a great job to work back, make them work through phases to get eventuality that came to a try, but they made them work for it.
So Barker is going to attempt another conversion from the touch line. He's done very well, converted several of them so far today.
Want to remind everybody to stick around. About 10 minutes after this match is over, we'll have the award ceremony right here on the field, the Lupo Family Field here at Life University. So stick around afterwards, but let's finish watching 32 great minutes of rugby.
So the conversion attempt was wide. So the score is Iowa Central 50 and Claremont College's 6. Grunling kicks it deep. Misjudged by Felton, but he's going to touch it down in the zone. We'll have a 22-meter drop, and it's going to come
a little bit strong.
Touch.
So went directly into touch, so it'll go back to a line out to the Claremont Colleges on the 22. Or a scrum where in the center.
Looks like Claremont's going to do a scrum in the middle. I was going to say, which would you rather do?
I would choose scrum. It gives me a lot more options. Takes away 8 of their players, so I can do some more ISO stuff. And depending on how the defense lines up or responsibilities that Claremont Colleges have here, I like running 8, 9, 15 on this. 8-man pick, pop to 9, 15 comes over and helps. And if you see over here, they've got the numbers advantage if they can do that.
Claremont has load up left side, but here comes Chewy this way. That's Jeremy Seow. Well, Iowa Central was able to reverse it, and they're going the other way. Good fight in there. Really impressed with Connor Lehner's play on the day. Nathan Heath with a strong run for Iowa Central. They're going to come short side. This is Mateto, and he does a long, high kick. Grundling with it. He's going to kick it back. Stays in, bounces. Falyuka with it, and then Felton did a little chip kick, and the chase is on. And wisely touched down by Jeremy Seau, but he went right on the ball and just got the wind knocked out of him. Just, it hits you right in the stomach, right in the solar plexus, and it's just like taking a gut punch.
Yeah, knocks the wind right out of you, but notice Iowa Central player Richard Felton immediately lending assistance to his opponent. That's rugby, teamwork. They're fighting their hearts out to win this match, but the respect for each other is amazing. I'm actually getting chills watching them help one another.
For the latest NSCRO news, be sure to visit nscro.org. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube. NSCRO creates a great small college rugby experience for all involved, players, coaches, and fans. NSCRO, the home of small college rugby in America.
And Seau's okay. Just needed to catch his breath, and we're getting ready to go.
So Grundling kicks it high. Miscommunication there. It bounces, but Iowa Central is able to corral it. Nice open field tackle by Lehner again. Left field cross kick from Felton.
You're going to get so few opportunities, and that mistake there, you've got to pounce on it. Nobody
a little razzle-dazzle there by Grundling. Trying to do something different. Leopold had a little trouble corralling it, but the ball went backwards, so he's got it. He's still on his feet. Nice tackle by Lehner.
He's isolated.
Good work rate by Claremont on defense. And Mateto kicks it again. Wilden chasing it down. Grundling gathers it. Nice move. He comes short side. He's got some help here. Tried to do the behind the back sevens pass.
I think Iowa Central is trying to force it a little bit to Mateto. We've seen now 2 times along the near sideline here. They had opportunity to move their forwards with the ball, but they forced it out to Mateto, and he's had very few options but to kick it downfield.
Wong with the line out. Challenged well. Wong ends up with it. Show and go by Coleman Hardy.
Numbers.
Quick ball, quick recycling, skip pass, and here we go. We're off. Eplet with it now. Nice tackle. Oh, but I think it was a dump tackle.
A card. It could be a red.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard for me to see from this angle if it's red or yellow, but it's going to be something. Looks like it is a red, but I can't tell. Maybe you can see it a little better. So it looks like the winger, Robbie Weisenfels, is escorted off the field. He's done at least for 10 minutes, potentially for the day. Iowa Central has a one-man advantage.
26 minutes to play in the second half. Iowa Central leading 50-6. Well, an uncontested lineup almost dropped, but Yep, they are calling it not throwing the ball straight. So, Claremont, I think, is going to elect to scrum here. Sorry, it was
I think it was knocked on in the lineout. Oh, not straight.
yeah, but then he made the motion for the line out, or for knock on. Regardless, Claremont College is scrumming inside their own 22, looking to relieve some pressure.
Subtle move there. They put Mateto here at wing to field this kick.
Pulled out of the back, Connor Lehner. Nice strong run. Oh, if they could have recycled that quicker, they had numbers. Allowed Iowa Central's defense to spread and cover the field. But Lehner's move had them on their heels. And we got a whistle. Well, and referee's calling for 10 more. I believe there was dissent on the part of Iowa Central player who was dinged for the infraction. So this plays into Claremont's hands where they're going to be able to relieve some pressure. But then a mistake there. Grundling not able to find touch, and Iowa Central has it again, and they got numbers over here in space. Eplet trying to go through everybody. Staying short side. Mateto. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Picks up 6 more meters. Well, Faliuca was hit by, I think it was Lehner and Mejias. Actually, it was Mejias. Out wide to Leopold. He's fast. He's shifty. Nice tackle by Asante. And quick ball out of the ruck again. Difference in the tackle there and then the one that was the dump tackle was that he wrapped him and he didn't drive him in.
Has to go to head and shoulders, neck and shoulders. Little knock on there by Iowa Central, so it'll be a scrum to Claremont.
So the chase was on. Matt Sill and Ani Mateto were chasing it down. And it looks like Mateto was dinged for the knock-on, or not dinged, he was called for the knock-on. And it looks like Piagentina's day is over, as is Ben Mefta. So we've got some new folks in. We'll try to get the names and numbers for you. I believe Noah Dahl came on for Iowa Central. Good even scrum. Claremont.
And Leopold Hennebert.
Strong run by McDonald.
Excuse me. Jordan Sanderson.
Mejias with a strong run. And Sickinger looks like he has moved to scrum half for Claremont. Strong run there by Frankie Reyes. Short side. Grundling. Offloads. Good run there by Sickinger. And that was Kai Glencross for Claremont with a run. Good clear out by Coleman Hardy. But Claremont doing good work. And just as I say that, they turn the ball over in the ruck. And here comes Iowa Central. Boy, they're so good. Wow. How quickly things change. Jabari Leopold with the try. Set up by Mateto.
Greg, Claremont colleges have to work so hard on defense that they're leaving only one person back to cover kicks, right? They need all 14, or they would if they could, 15 in the defensive line to stop this forward attack from Iowa Central, which exposes them to those chip-over kicks. Now, it turned out they're fielding them well, and they're really good, particularly Matty Grunling. He's got a nice, quick feet, and he's able to make the first defender miss, but it just puts them under a huge amount of pressure. Meanwhile, defensively, they're working so hard and expending so much energy that one mistake, bang, bang, around the corner.
We're almost at the midway point of the second half. And Iowa Central is up 57-6. Iowa Central is so good and so quick to begin with, but when you're in your offensive set and all of a sudden you get counter-rucked and you're set up on offense as opposed to defense, and Iowa Central goes short side to their big centers and their wing, and it was two passes. It was a quick skip pass to Mateto, who then offloaded to Leopold, and he did the rest with his feet.
They make you defend the entire field. 100 meters, 70 meters. You've got to defend every inch of this field against Iowa Central. And now we get back to it, and here we go. They're forwards on the attack. And Claremont colleges are exhausted, but they're doing good right now to get their line covered, so we'll see how it goes. It looks like a box kick or some sort of kick here.
Well, Grunling has knocked it on, not able to handle it. I think he was surprised to see so much space in front. There was no chase on that.
Yeah, and that might be an indicator of a little bit of fatigue on Iowa's side, too. So there could be opportunity here for Claremont.
Leopold Hennebert is in the match now for Iowa Central.
So I did get it right. No, he's wearing 19, so Jordan Sanderson. Was he wearing 18 or 19? Oh, okay, he's on the wing. So they took out Mike Wilden, who had a stellar game.
Yeah, 4 tries.
Finished. So he's up there in the MVP discussion right now.
Well, midfield, center field scrum, this could be dangerous. Iowa Central, of course, they loaded up the left side, so they pretty much telegraphed where they were going. But we got a forward pass, and Claremont is going to gain possession.
So on that particular move, they had 2 options. Fly half had 2 options. He had 15 Nathan Eplett coming in at an angle, very hard running. He could give it to him tight or dummy him through and not give it to him and have an outside flow out here. Just turned out it was a little bit forward pass. Be a scrum to Claremont colleges.
See if we can get you some sound of the scrum. Loop around. Show and go twice by Grunling. Short side. This is Justin Blanks and Phipps. And they've earned a penalty. So they're going to be able to get some more meters if they kick to touch. They do, and they will have a line out outside the 22, a few paces, maybe 5 meters. 17 minutes to play in this national championship final. Iowa Central leads it. I think it's 57-6.
Seems a little bit of confusion there on Claremont colleges on what the move is.
Yeah, it's a second whistle from the referee telling Mejias he needs to either be in the line out or not. If you're not in, you need to get back.
He'll give Iowa the opportunity to match the numbers. Rodney
Deep throw goes over everybody. It's on the deck. Can't see who's going to come up with it, but yeah, it looks like Claremont's going to maintain possession. Marcus Curl.
Subs now are going to play a role in this match.
I think the referee missed a little knock on there, but we play on. This is Andrew Segre. And he's going to find the try zone in the corner. Claremont College's 5 more points. Wow, Andrew Segre, he stayed short side. I think he surprised everybody, and he's got fresh legs. He was able to run past a couple players and drag the last one in with him.
Yeah, really great run there. He had a good angle on it, and he didn't try to set someone else up. He just kept his legs churning, and he was going to go score that ball. It was a good set for Claremont Colleges. Something they needed, build their confidence up a bit, get some positives going. Maybe, not just keep away from Iowa, but keep away with points. That's the best way to do it.
Difficult conversion attempt for Grundling on the far touch line. We'll see how he handles this.
Bench getting unloaded now for Iowa Central, and I'm sure for Claremont Colleges. Isaiah Faliuka off the field.
Well, looks like he came up just short. He had the line, but it was just about a yard short. So it remains 57-11 in favor of Iowa Central. 15 minutes to play.
Noah Dahl in the match. We're in 21. Caleb Maroy in the match. We're in 22.
Nice take by Zach Heffernan for Iowa Central.
Rodney Hinton on the tackle.
Mejias. Good job
Rodney
there.
On the poach attempt. Hinton got the turnover via penalty, not releasing.
Good work in there, Rodney Hinton.
Second half subs bringing some energy to this match for both teams, where you saw the try scorer for Claremont Colleges off the bench, and now a turnover forced, but missed
Well,
touch.
Barker tried to kick in a touch, but he was unsuccessful, so Claremont's going to come away with it. Yeah, I think we're going to have a knock on. We are. Thought they were going to catch a break there.
Yep, it's difficult under pressure, long game. 12 minutes left. Be a tall order for a comeback for this margin, but who knows?
Good even scrum. Felton's got such great service for Iowa Central. His first pass is usually just right on the mark, and the connection between Felton and Barker, just starts that offense so well. Oh, intercepted by Grundling. He's off to the races, and I think he knew that he was not going to beat everybody, so he decided to chip it ahead, wait for support. He corrals it himself. And a pick-and-go attempt by the player from Claremont, and he knocked it on.
Very heads-up play there from Grunwald to pop that kick forward, and you never know, rugby balls bounce weird ways, and that took a Claremont College's bounce, and they were able to secure it, just not able to capitalize.
Kai Glencross was the player who could not pick it cleanly out of the ruck. And so we have a knock on. We have another scrum.
Watch
Iowa
the blind
Central.
side here. Okay, so scrum half goes over there, so they'll probably come strong. Dummy, miss.
And miss
Errant
pass.
pass. Miss tackle.
Hennebert with the run there. Wisely, he thought about offloading, but realized he had more chance of something going wrong.
Elliot Finn with a big run right up the middle.
Wong with it. Nice tackle by Heffernan and Glencross. Block kick. Lehner with some more good work. We've called his name a lot for positive reasons. We've got a high tackle being called. So Iowa Central, despite being under pressure inside their 22, is going to be able to relieve some here. Looks like Mateto is going to kick for touch. And he does find touch.
Impressive kick He does it all on the field. Defense, offense, setting up teammates.
And with that short field and that tough angle, he was still able to get it past midfield with that kick to touch. Iowa Central will have a line out with 10.5 minutes to play.
That said, Claremont Colleges have buttoned him up pretty well. He hasn't.
He's been provider, but
he's made his noise, no doubt about it. But it's been a team effort. It hasn't been one person for Iowa Central. Nice line out.
Yep, nice, cleanly taken. Nice tackle by Mejias, but then he took a knee in the back of the head. Good work by the Claremont defense. You had Epplett dancing along the line, trying to stay in.
Not only does he have a mullet, it's in the shape of an arrow.
The Mohawked arrow. Jeremy Seow, good work on defense there to take him into touch.
Good to see Mejias up on his feet. He took a shot there.
Yeah, it was inadvertent. Players running by just as he sat up and took a knee in the head. It was a good thing he had the scrum cap on, actually. Good work. Oh, that was good, quick ball across. Nice clean passes, and then unfortunately Blanks and Phipps could not hang on to it, and it goes into touch. Actually, we're going to call a knock on first before it went into touch. So we're going to have a scrum down to Iowa Central. 9 minutes to play. Iowa Central still leading 57-11.
Okay, centers, notice how they're aligned tight. It's an interesting thing, alignment, so I'm guessing there's going to be lots of movement here.
And you've got a knock on. We've got a delay call. It's going to be picked up by Nick Abreu.
Well, I think that Richard Felton was as excited as I was for that backline move. He just forgot to catch the ball. Wanted to get that move going.
So, midfield, center field scrum for Claremont. Under 8 minutes to play here.
I want to thank everybody for joining us today. It's been a wonderful weekend of rugby between small college rugby, D1A, pro rugby, and the MLR. Be sure to check out South Africa against Wales up in D.C. early June, and mostly congratulations to all four of these teams. They are the top 4 teams in the country, no question about that. They should all be proud of their efforts, whatever the outcome. There's only going to be one champion, but everybody should go home knowing they played at a champion level.
They certainly did, and that third place match was about as exciting as they come. 27-26 was the final. Lead changes, momentum shifts, but at the end of the day, just a great match and great for small college rugby.
Yeah, and that semifinal between Claremont and Salve Regina was a hotly contested match. And to see Loyola come back today and play the way they did. But right now, this is all about the Claremont colleges and especially Iowa Central, who are going to win the national championship.
So Iowa Central the ball was bouncing around. They didn't seem to have anything organized, so wisely Felton just kicks it for touch to relieve some pressure. They're giving up possession, but they'll live to fight another day. 6.5 minutes to play here. They've got the game well in hand.
I was talking with Iowa Central's coach yesterday before their semifinal match, and, obvious nerve. Everybody was nervous. You never know. You get to this level. But he was so humble in that he wanted to just mention his assistant coaches, but he definitely wanted to thank the administration as well.
Strong run by Claremont had something good going, but it went into touch. And Iowa Central takes it quickly, sends it back to Epplett, who does a clearance kick over everybody. But Grunling back to corral it, looking up, seeing where his support is, seeing where the space is. Good run there by Segre. The try score in the corner, and that was Kellaway. Love seeing this fight from Claremont, right? They know they're not going to win, but they're still fighting. They're still plugging away, still trying to make something happen. Nick Abreu couldn't handle that. Ball goes into touch again. But it did bounce before, so we have a knock on. 5 minutes to play.
I also spoke with the coach from Loyola and the coach from Claremont and the coach from Salve Regina, and the commitment that everyone has to small college rugby and growing it and making it the best thing possible. It's everyone working together to ensure rugby continues, to ensure small college rugby flourishes as Mateto is off the field and wind up the game here shortly. But much thanks to all the administration, all the coaches, players, everybody who's bought into the vision of small college rugby.
Well said.
Be sure to tune in again at the CRCs for the NSCRO Sevens Championships, first weekend in June. That'll be another great event where Iowa Central, you'll see them in that event as well.
Probably see a lot of these players. Well, we've got a line break here for Iowa Central, looking to add more points, and they've got support. It's Epplett. Try to stay in bounds. I think we're calling a knock on. The crowd was yelling. They thought he was out. I couldn't see from our angle, but I know Epplett was walking that tightrope again.
Great line break from Leopold Hennebert. Support was there. Claremont did well to push him to the sideline.
Jack Pierce on for Iowa Central now. Lines up in the back row. Excuse me, he's a second row player. Not sure who he replaced. And here comes Claremont again.